welcome to the channel. Welcome to Banter in the Box. Wayne's World is the game week 30 review in a week where average Joe's manager Joe Hoxby described my voice as monotone. Can you believe it? Monotone. 4 managers went into the transfer market. None of them playing wildcard tactical gambits, but that's fine. It's good to see managers still battling for all of the prize money that's still on offer. And we are now officially in the title running. And someone is making a big move. Sash Hammer's FC manager, Wayne Robinson, a 3 times champion, 3 times title winner, although hasn't won the Family Fantasy Football League title for a long time. He got the Manager of the Month award for March. And that made him the first manager this season to pick up 2 Manager of the Month awards. Everything coming up, Wayne. In this edition of Banter in the Box, I've got those game week 30 winners and losers. It was difficult to find 4 game week 30 winners, but I managed to do it. A Chairman's Chats update, or lack of update. We've got the FFFL Cup preview. It's happening this weekend. The FFFL Cup semi-finals this weekend. I know this is coming to you on the Sunday, and there were 7 games yesterday, I think. But I haven't looked at worked out any of the Family Fantasy Football League scores. I'm going to be predicting the outcome of those semi-final matches. I've got a manager of a season update. The who the fuck is that? Has been running for weeks. It's so long it was worth 12 manager of the season points. Did anyone finally get it? So, without further ado, your game week 30 winners. Take a bow. No happy endings manager. Di Maloney stayed 25th in the table, but Di is closing the gap on those above her as she bids to claw her way out of the relegation zone. And in game week 30, Di picked up a personal highest weekly total of 55 points. Now within touching distance of the manager in 24th place. Take a bow also, Ontario Grizzlies manager Neil Hatch. Neil stayed 6th, but he picked up a personal highest weekly total of 67 points. It's not actually that high a personal weekly total for someone who's in the top 6, but it just shows that Neil his scores have been consistently good, as opposed to getting those, a huge score in the high 90s or hundreds and then low scores. He's been consistently banging in 40, 50, 60 points every week, which is why he's still an outsider for a 6th Family Fantasy Football League title. Now is the time of the season to start hitting form. Take a bow also, Juan Veron FC manager Luck. Where's the K Williams? The biggest climbers in game week 30, up 3 places to 7th. You have to go back to game week 21 for the last time Where's the K was 7th in the table. Again, Where's the K was top for the first 2 weeks of this season. Then he settled into his normal mid-table obscurity as he started to fall down the table. But he's coming back at just the right time of the season to maybe make a late prize money surge. But the biggest game week 30 winner, this episode is called Wayne's World for a reason. Take a bow, Sash Hammer's FC manager Wayne Robinson climbed 2 places to 2nd with a 7th weekly win of the season. That puts him 3 clear in the race for the most weekly wins of the season, the £10 prize money that goes with that. He scored a personal highest weekly total of 104 points. It was a double Premier League game week, but that's still impressive. And 7th is the highest that Wayne's been. 2nd is the highest Wayne's been since game week 23. He's making a bid for that title, 4th Family Fantasy Football League title, and he's hitting top form at just the right time. 1 manager of the season point to those 4. Your game week 30 losers, hide your head in shame. Greece Lightning manager Alexi Lagers topped the table for a long time. But whereas people like Neil and Where's the K and Wayne are hitting top form at just the right time, Alexi's form is falling apart at just the wrong time. He dropped 1 place down to 3rd in game week 30. You have to go back to game week 23 for the last time Alexi was as low as 3rd. Hide your head in shame also. 1 season, 1 day. It's official now. He was a 1 season wonder. Runner-up in his debut season. But the big Bostacoglis manager, Niall Ponsford, fell a place down to 10th. Game week 16 was the last time Niall was 10th or as low as 10th in the table. Hide your head in shame also. Legends 23 manager Keith Simons, the biggest fallers in game week 30, fell 2 places down to 9th. Hasn't been as low as 9th since game week 25. But the biggest game week 30 losers, well, the biggest shock is it's not Angela. It is debut manager Chicken Tikka Mo Salah Jordan Jenkins. Stayed 24th in the table. Was the lowest scorers in game week 30, registering just 5 points. Remember, Wayne Robinson got the weekly win with 104 points. Jordan Jenkins scored 5. And he's perilously close to being dragged into the relegation zone because Di Maloney is surging into form and he's probably going to climb out of there soon. Although just dropping into 1 place into the relegation zone is not the end of the world. We've only had 1 manager nominated to join next season. Jack Hawksby has nominated his girlfriend, Kira Mouldy. So it means that the team that finishes bottom of the league or the lowest placed manager who does not attend the end of season presentation awards will be relegated. So there, your game week 30 losers. They lose 1 manager of the season point where they had them to lose. Chairman's Chats. The last Chairman's Chats, Mops Hawksby selected FFFL legend Benny United manager Mark Benwell to appear on what will be the final Chairman's Chats of this season. And your questions have been flooding in that I've had absolutely none. What was it Mark was saying about Mops being boring? Not a single question has been received. If you do want me to ask Mark a question, email it in to me, subject heading Chairman's Chats. The one question you would like me to ask Mark Benwell. The one question you would have liked to ask but were afraid to. You could win 5 manager of the season points if Mark selects your question as his most favourite. And he won't be able to be biased because before I ask him to select his favourite question, I won't reveal who has asked the question. So we'll only have the Chairman's Chats if I get some questions to ask. Otherwise, it'll just be me and Mark chatting, and we do that all the time. Yeah, let me know. If you've got, well, don't let me know. Send me an email with subject heading Chairman's Chats. Otherwise, I'll lose it in all my other emails. Send me an email, subject heading Chairman's Chats. The one question that you would like me to ask Mark Benwell. FFFL Cup semi-final this weekend. That is the lineup. 3 times winner and 7 times finalist. Chairman's Choice is going up against 11 Cox, who's never ever appeared in a Family Fantasy Football League Cup final. It's a battle of the brothers, and I think this is going to be really close. But I'm going to be honest, I think my brother's going to edge me out of this one. His form is good, and mine is a bit patchy. So I think I'm going to get knocked out of the semi-final stage. The other semi-final sees Sashamas FC manager Wayne Robinson only appeared in the FFFL Cup final once before, back in 2017, when he was a beaten finalist. And he goes up against James Bloomfield's Green Top Milk. Green Top Milk have never appeared in a cup final before. There's only one outcome here. Sorry, James, but Wayne Robinson is going to sweep you aside to reach his second Family Fantasy Football League Cup final. And it'll probably be against 11 Cocks. And if that is true, then it means we'll have a new name on the cup, because the only manager of the 4 semi-finalists to win it before is me. And I don't think I'll make the final this year. I will reveal, obviously, the outcome of the semi-finals next week. Who the fuck is that? It is a current Family Fantasy Football League manager. This has been rolled over for 12 weeks. 12 manager of the season points on offer. And it seems that there's only 2 managers that want that £15 million prize money. Mark Benwell had a guess. He thought it was a picture of No Happy Endings manager Di Maloney. And Ontario Grizzlies manager Neil Hatch thought that it was a picture of Chicken Tikka Mo Salah manager Jordan Jenkins. I can reveal one of those answers was correct. One of those managers has got 12 manager of the season points. The answer was Chicken Tikka Mo Salah manager Jordan Jenkins. So 12 manager of the season points goes to Hatch United. Hatch United, it's not called that anymore. Ontario Grizzlies manager Neil Hatch. It means the manager of the season table looks like this. Or top half of it anyway. Wayne Robinson climbs to joint 11th for being a game week 30 winner. Wayne Robinson climbs to joint 8th with 11 points for being a game week 30 winner. Niall Ponsford drops to joint 8th with 11 points for being a game week 30 loser. But Neil Hatch has leapt up the table from 4th to 1st. 1 point for being a game week 30 winner and 12 additional points for getting the who the fuck is that. So he's 8 points clear at the top of the table, which is a big lead to have at this stage of the season. Remember, if you took part in the Predictor Challenge at the start of the season, then there are 30 points on offer. You had to pick who you thought would finish 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, who you thought would win the cup, who you thought would win the wooden spoon. If you got all 6, unlikely as it is, if you got all 6 predictions correct, you'd get 30 manager of the season points, because you get 5 points for each prediction. And there is still a few weeks of the season to go, so there is still time to catch Mr. Hatch. And it's not just about getting the who the fuck is that. You can obviously participate in the chairman's chats. If you submit your question and Mark selects it as his favourite one, that's 5 points you can get. And just put in funny, interesting, or even goddamn offensive, within reason, information on the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group. Will potentially earn you meme of the week or quote of the week points. So there is time to catch Ontario Grizzlies manager Neil Hatch. Remember, Neil is the only manager in the Family Fantasy Football League to win 5 Family Fantasy Football League titles. Do we really want him starting next season with £15 million in free tactical gambits up his sleeve? Well, if you don't want that, you need to get involved. This week's opportunity to get involved in a who the fuck is that is if you can tell me which current Family Fantasy Football League manager is pictured there. You will get 1 manager of the season point. And that is it for this week's Family Fantasy Football League Banter in the Box episode, whatever it was, Wayne's World Game Week 30 review. Coming a little bit later than normal, but I will be back next week, possibly Friday, possibly Saturday, possibly Sunday, at some point next weekend with your Game Week 31 review. Until then, take care everyone. Bye bye.